the defense. You can call your first witness.
Yes, Judge. We're going to call Ms. Maureen Teresi.
You raise your right hand. You solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give in this cause now and hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Thank you.
Good morning. You can have a seat and pull yourself right up to that mic.
Yes. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Please state your name and spell your last name.
Maureen Teresi, Torris,
And where do you live?
in North Andover.
Do you live in a condo complex there?
I do.
What do you do for a living?
I am a stay-at-home mom, I guess. I guess I'm retired.
What are you retired from?
The construction industry and home staging design.
How long have you been retired?
I closed my business, I think, 3 or 4 years. 3 years ago. Large staging business.
How long have you lived in your condo complex in North Andover?
Since 2014.
Do you have a dog?
A dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I have 2.
And do you walk the dog around the complex from time to time?
Every day.
But do you, in the course of walking your dog, have you ever made the acquaintance of one of your neighbors named Mr. Noonan?
I have.
And do you know who that is generally?
I do.
And how do you know him?
Walking the dogs. I knew him as Duke's father,
And
Duke is dog's name. I've spoken, just in passing, the dogs interact and, just general talking about the dogs and whatever. So I had spoken to him a few times and his wife, about the dogs and just general
neighbors
stuff.
making small talk.
Absolutely.
Okay. And back in August of 2025, you had engaged him in some conversation about what was going on at the North Andover PD, right?
I did.
And is that what you said to him by way of initiating the conversation?
I did, yes. The beginning of it was just, I had a razzing relationship with him, just regarding things going on in the world. And so what I started with is, how do you like what's going on, in the world today or whatever? He's like, I love it. And then I had asked, what's going on with North Andover, the town of North Andover? And
What were you referring to when you said that to him?
what was going on at the department as far as, the shooting, the cop being shot.
And did he?
And he first said, what do you mean? And I said, well, that press conference, the first press conference that was given made no sense. And at that time he said, shooter.
What he said, I'm the shooter?
He said, I'm the shooter.
And what did you take that to mean?
I said to him that he was the one that shot the other officer, is what I took that to mean.
Right. And then what happened?
I had asked him first I said, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I know when police officers have to discharge their weapons, it affects them. And I can't imagine having to do that with a colleague.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite get the end of that.
I said I couldn't imagine having to do that to a colleague.
And what did he say?
And he had said to me that there was no choice to it. He had no choice, that she had the gun pointed at him when he came into the bed. And
Did he use any?
he said that.
Pejorative about her?
I'm sorry. What did he call her? He didn't call her that at that time. He explained very, very briefly what had happened. And he said that when he came into the room, she had the gun pointed at him. And that it clicked. And I said, so there was no bullet there? And he said it clicked and that he wasn't going to let her get a second shot off and that he had to shoot her. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense. And I had asked why they went to her house. The 3 of them went to the house instead of having her go to the station. And why wouldn't they, if they were going to the house to take a baby, why wouldn't they have had some social services there with them? And he said, well, she's a fucking whack job. I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize.
You have to say what was that.
Okay. And he said that she's an whack job.
So was that in response to you saying, why didn't you have social services go to the house?
Yeah. And I was like, wow, that word is used.
Next question.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Not what was said so much, but
Okay.
did you engage back with him about the, let's say, the propriety of that usage?
I did.
After that, did you end the conversation with him?
There was a little more conversation and then it ended. Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
How did you get involved in this case?
How did I get involved in it?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Well, no. How did they know you heard this?
Objection relevance.
After the conversation that we had, I was shocked by it. I didn't even know Pat's first name or
But
his
how
last.
did you contact someone?
I did. And a little bit after we had the conversation, probably a week afterwards, I did contact somebody Mike Crawford, that I knew was in contact with the defense. And, because I think there was a hearing, I'm not sure, but I know that Mike was in contact with them and I contacted Mike.
And so when was this? When was this conversation?
With Mike,
No,
it was August 20th. Yeah.
you were interested in this case from the beginning, right?
I'm sorry?
You were interested in this case from the beginning, weren't you?
No, I mean, I was interested in what was going on in my town, yes.
You're Maureen Sullivan's person, correct?
I am.
And you post and you make comments to newspaper articles, don't you?
About this? I could have. Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Yes, you've shown it to defense.
Yeah, they have a copy. Well, that's you, right? You reposted something on July 10th, correct?
When was this? July 10th. Okay, yeah.
And what did you repost?
Meaning what? What do you mean? What did I repost? It's a.
Yeah, it's a simple
Article.
question.
I'm sorry. It's an article from. It looks like a post from Mike Crawford.
Right.
I reposted that.
You reposted that.
Yes.
Post. Well, what did you repost?
What's? I can't see it. Like, what's the context of Mike's?
You did it.
I understand that.
What is that?
Hold on, please. I'm not raising my voice anything more than to have a timeout. But hold on a second, ma'am. Just wait for.
Okay.
And Mr. Kubikoski has to do the same. We can't have two people speaking over each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mr. Kubikoski, why don't you ask the question again? All right. Thank you.
You don't remember what you reposted?
I can't see. No.
Okay.
From July 10th, I can't read. The point being is, I'm sorry, I can't see it. Is my problem.
If I may, for the witness, exhibit it up here. Maybe it's bigger.
Any objection?
I don't see the relevance to this, Judge. I object.
Well,
And there's no foundation as to why it might affect our state of
Look-
mind.
all right. Let's first things first. Let's mark it for ID.
I can't read it either from record.
Exhibit E for identification.
All right. Now, I guess my question for Mr. Gubitosi is, why would the putting it on the screen
I just wanted to see
more
it.
legible?
Well, it may be bigger. Then I would ask her to go up to the screen to look at it. Maybe it won't.
Is there an objection?
I can't read it, so I don't know what it says. So I don't know what I should object to it.
All right. So let's take it a step at a time. So you can put it on the screen. She can take a look and just yes or no whether it allows her to read it. You can get off the stand and approach the screen if you'd like. I'm sorry, Mr. Wayne. That was exhibit what?
E.
Read the big print.
Up here?
Yeah.
Attorney Tim Bradle of North Andover Police use of deadly force against his client. North Andover Police Officer. Let's get it.
Okay. And so it's a statement. Oh, I'll let you get back at them.
Just for the record, I could not hear what she just said. I could see
I can
something.
read it from here, the big,
Okay.
right, it's just my eyesight's horrible.
Sure.
Yeah, I just can't read the text. It says Attorney Tim Bradle on North Andover Police use of deadly force against his client. North Andover Police Officer Kelsey Fitzsimmons.
The statement that Attorney Bradle made about the case, correct?
Yes,
Okay. Now you said you comment about news articles also, correct?
I have no idea. What
Okay, man.
What do you-
Yeah. I'm going to show you and just ask if you can look and see if you recognize that. What's that date?
August 14th.
You see something that you wrote?
Just yes or no.
Yes, that's my name. Yes, this is Well, it was a comment.
It's a comment
To a
that you
post.
made to an article, correct?
Well,
Hold on a second. This is market for ID, please. Mr. Bradley, you've seen this?
Exhibit F, so mark.
Thank you.
So August 14th, you commented, correct?
I did.
Can you read what you said?
Can I read it?
Can you read out loud what you
Oh,
said?
sure. Joseph LaHood, who's the I'm commenting to.
Sure.
Yeah. Got proof or evidence of this narrative? This incident was a setup from the get-go. Their narrative will not pass the smell test. I hope all involved are ready for their tireless scrutiny that independent media will bring to light through extensive research. Ask Norfolk County, Mass State Police, and Canton Police are doing these days. We have just begun.
So we have just begun. So you feel like you have a stake in this game?
Not at all.
You feel that you're akinning this to the Karen Reed trial, right?
Yes.
So that there's a cover up.
Well, not that there's a cover.
Well, those were your words, weren't they?
I don't know if is that what it says in there? I forget what that says in there.
A setup from the get-go, correct?
Correct.
Tireless scrutiny that independent media will bring to light through extensive research. And then you mentioned Norfolk Mass State Police
Yep.
in the Canton.
I did.
Correct?
Yep.
Okay. So a cover.
Well, yeah, it's the judicial system seems to be going awry, and there's more eyes on things now.
Okay, I'm going to show you something else. I'm sorry.
Let's have that mark when on your way up. Thanks.
Exhibit G, so mark.
Can you first look at it and see if you recognize it?
Sure,
So look at the first page. Do you recognize what that is?
I do.
Okay. Can you flip to the second page and see if you made a comment?
I sure did.
Can you read the first page out loud, please?
The post itself?
Yes.
It's from the North Andover Police Department. Today is National Police Women's Day. Please join us in recognizing Sergeant Katie. What's her last name? Do you want me to
If you
spell
can't read
it?
the last name, that's fine. Go ahead.
Sergeant Julie Nygrove and School Resource Officer Stephanie Rizzo. They have over 43 years of combined experience, and it shows. As all three demonstrate strong leadership inside and outside our department walls. We appreciate their immense dedication to helping both residents and visitors in the North Andover community every day. Thank you for your service.
And you commented on that, correct?
I sure did.
What did you say?
Wow, let's hope they stay safe from their colleagues.
Thank you. I have nothing else.